Hey, let's you know what, let me move this over so you can see. I'm gonna finish coloring this guy. That's my eraser. I don't really have a color scheme for the penguin here. I'll make that, you know what, let's make that instead of white. Let's go with a, give him a little bit of, the villains are always thinking be green, maybe a dark green tone to through some of his suits. It's got to be more blue for the, alright. Hey guys. Let me know if you can't see anything. Hey CR, how you doing today? So, just finished off the deck. It's in the mail. Just letting you know. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a texture. Hey Sullivan, how you doing tonight? I am trying to figure out if I should give him a purple. And just add that texture in afterwards. I'm using the marker as a texture. It's election night in the U.S. Hopefully you guys went out and vote today. Good luck to y'all. I forgot all about it when I scheduled this stream. I'll start opening up commissions and stuff like that soon, guys. I just finished a project for Upper Deck, so it's been sent. Everything's been scanned. Yeah, so it's some good news there. CR, I don't know if you heard. I did not get to do the Marvel sets for Fnatic or Tops, but I am assigned to do the Star Wars for maybe some Pixar stuff too. So I'm just waiting for that. So I'm just waiting for detail for that. So yeah. So your guy here will be doing Star Wars. I'm kind of hesitant doing that because of a lot of the top Star Wars stuff is, I think, it's more realistic, and realistic is basically you got to stick with reference and stuff like that. And I'm not a my name was submitted for the Disney stuff, right? So apparently, I think they got too many people for the. Duke got into the Marvel set, but he applied way before I did, or they contacted him way before I did. But yeah, so he got into that set, the Marvel stuff, which is good. I mean, he likes drawing the Marvel stuff. I like drawing the Marvel stuff too, but yeah. So they reached out and they said, hey, you didn't make it into the Marvel set, but we'd like to submit you for Lucasfilm stuff and Disney Pixar stuff. And I said, yeah. So they're going to get back to me on what set that will be. So they're talking about it, right? It's kind of cool. So maybe we'll get some like Lucasfilm stuff, like the Indiana Jones, or I wouldn't mind drawing that kind of stuff. But I think it's got to be more realistic looking, like things like Harrison Ford and Short Round and all the other stuff that I remember the Indiana Jones series. So I'm just doing some random patches, so it looks like water dripping. So I want to give texture look to it. I'm going to go darker in certain areas. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some paint and spray paint and just make like frost here, like a white frost, so it looks like water's dripping down this area. Then I'll do some more white paint and just to round off and finish off the maybe some dripping from the surface. So I want the background to be just I don't know if you can see, like, see it's very subtle. This I'm using a cool gray 3, very subtle, so it looks like water stain, so you can actually see. So that's what I'm doing right now. Right, I'll go with the darker certain areas. So some shadows, because I want to make some shadowy spots. And between the cracks. Yes. Hey, Spicy Deal, how you doing tonight? Hey, Callie, how you doing? I'm trying out something new. So I'm streaming on WhatNot, and at the same time, I'm working on this. And I'm using Restream as a option to StreamYard. I'm going to see, it's got all these features where free I can do all sorts of little things. So everybody on WhatNot there, I'm currently streaming on YouTube there. So what I'm doing is I'm just using the, it's a darker gray. It's a cooler gray for the background, and I'm doing these little texture stuff. So it looks like molds and little things like, so it gives it the I'm slowly building up the texture for the back, right? So you can actually see. Then what I'll do is I'll bring Batman up a little bit more because he's too dark now. So I'll do some highlights and some other stuff. So it looks very muddy right now. Anybody who's joining me, that's because of the depth and the color scales and all the other stuff has to come through first. So I want to give like as if there's water drips, right? It's just these, whatever this stuff is. That's what you're looking at. Just enough. Just where I need it to be. Too cool gray. I need to darken some of the areas here, so hey guys, sorry if I go quiet. I'll try to explain my process right now. I gotta refill this. So yeah, I'm slowly creating texture for. There we go. Okay, that's enough texture. Let's try to get a little bit of a. Alright, we're going to darken up some of the stuff, and that could be done by a few things. I could use an ink wash, or cheapest and quickest way is probably a color pencil. Color pencil, what it does is it creates this, so I can use it for like little fine scratchy detail as if there's cracks in the material, right? At the same time, I can use it as a like a texture, like I can just go around and create little using the edge, right? Just bring some of that pipe. Hey, Venomize, how you doing? Light blue. Light. Next part is just to bring back the highlights and the shadows and stuff like that, just to bring them out. So I'm using a yellow because I want this to be like a yellow cast, and that's what's creating the illusion. So it's all about like just applying very little subtle lighting references and stuff like that, right? Just to get the texture you need. I'm using my I wanted to fade, so I'm using my finger just to rub a certain that until you start looking at the actual image itself. Let's see if you can see. So you can see I'm slowly bringing the yellow around the edges and stuff like that. So it looks like the actual texture itself, right? So I think I can do this with color pencil too, but so I want a nice fade. There we go. Okay, time to bring some white in, and we'll bring that back. Put a little bit of white back in. That is a charcoal pencil. You gotta be very careful. You gotta get some paint. It's for the shadow. That'll be a darker foot. Basic. Wonder if I can get a little bit of vibrant color to it. Get a little bit. My paper towel. Get this really wet. Finger painting, guys. It's all right. Need more paint. Hey, Broman, how you doing tonight? A little bit of ambient light, so you need a little bit of the green connects the cover, if you guys notice. I put a little bit of so it's like a reflective, very subtle, but it does the trick. Hey, Connor. I gotta remember to look up Hey guys, Crazy Backs. Yeah, Broman. All right, so time to do a little bit of coloring of the penguin here. And I need to make him, I don't want a lot of green, but it's enough to cover certain areas. It's just, it needs to be subtle enough. I need more paint. It's almost like a wash that I'm doing right now, right on top of the, because he's more in the, but it's got to be subtle enough. There. All right. So that probably going to go with the airbrush right in this area here, just to give it. Maybe I can do it with just the brush itself. All right. So I gotta let that. So off the side here is my bucket of water. So I gotta. Okay. Let's see if I should. As the color dries, it starts to brighten. So just I'm debating if I should do like a violet color from this area. That's the thing, right? Let me put these paint back. Like it'll be. I don't know if I want to do a yellow. Maybe an orange, or I want to counter that. If I do a violet, it's gonna have to be on the edge on this side, like as if there's some sort of other light source that's coming from here. But okay, you know what? Let's see if we can do a bit of waterfall stuff. So I'm gonna spray. I'll probably use some white, the spray around this area to create like a mist thing. Or maybe I can do that with white paint, some edges. That's the tough part. Think. Page is starting to curl, but that's easy enough. I'll press this down with a heat press for about 30 seconds, then throw a bunch of books on top of it afterwards, and it will dry up. The green and the yellow, but I need, like, if anything, do I do, like, Oh, sorry. I'm off camera. Sorry, guys. I'm doing, so I'm just putting some green here, and I'm using my finger to smear it down. So it looks like, so I could do like that. I'm pulling down because the idea is to have them like as if it's so you can see the streaks. So I'm just using green, and I'm just pulling, or pushing up. So it looks like there's the crack on the stones, right? Especially you can see around the like that. That gives it a little bit more of so that's a little neat, like a bleed effect, right? So you just use a runny acrylic color. I mean, ideally, I should be mixing this with some other colors and stuff, but I'm just putting a lot and just smearing so it looks like stain. I mean, could have done this with, I did it with the Copic marker, but again, it's just stills, it just works. And I'm putting a lot in certain areas, and I'm just letting it drip. Need more down here. Life of an artist, huh, guys? So there you go. That man has more of a neat little feature than some of this stuff. Sorry, having coffee, guys. Not sure how many people are in this stream right now, so I don't know who's watching. All right. Hey, Miami Trader, how you doing? All right. A little bit of do I need to add more, or should I just call this? And so this is let's see if I can get it there. So that's what the cover looks like, right? I'm debating if I should have some white, like, streaks or something coming down, you know? And you got the hopefully the lights bright enough for you guys to see. So I got Batman in the sewer, and I'm debating how do I do. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? I feel like I'm missing something. Fading if I give her like a nice orange spray or yellow. Give it a yellow haze. I'm gonna stand up and look down on it. All right. So this is what I'm looking at. So I got Batman, right, and the Penguin on the tunnel right next to him. So Batman's not noticing, but I think I need something here. I feel like I need a spray coat or something. I'm thinking about using a acrylic orange here. I could spray with a fluorescent, like a brighter green. Great. Okay, so let's. I'm going to. I'm gonna try something anyway. So these or no, this is not it. That's the wrong green. All right, these are the wrong. I need. That one's dried up. Let me think. So these are my airbrush colors, right? I just haven't used them in a while, so they tend to condensate or settle at the bottom. So I might have to mix some colors together. I'm not doing what you think I'm doing. I'm just shaking the bottle. Hey guys. All right. Let's see. If I green, put a little bit of white. You know what? Let's do this first. I'm going to give it a green coat. Bring up my. This is a airbrush pot. It's got all my Gucky colors in it and cleaning solution. I got a little bit left. I got to make more. Okay, so my airbrush consists of. I just want to make sure everything is. Thing with an airbrush is you got to really give it a clean right after you use it because the paint they tend to what do you call it? They tend to dry, and when they dry, you got a layer of plastic on them. So you got to make sure all your nozzle and everything's clean. All right. So I'm gonna give it a few drops of green. Problem is the green is very very potent, very strong green. A lot of green. I'm gonna close it. All right, so this is airbrush green, and I'm going to let me grab a piece of paper, give it a test. jump off the page a little. Just smoothing out some of the edges and stuff with the green with the airbrush. So that's all I'm doing. So as that, so it gives it a little bit more of a cleaner. See, the thing with the green is it is a very potent color. It is a very bright color. So I really have to clear up the and paint. Otherwise, it'll stick all on the inside. And the thing with the paint is, see, when it dries, it becomes this like plastic, right? So that's what you're looking at. And I have to make sure that my airbrush is still some green in it, see? So I have to. Sorry, guys. Ooh, look at that. Green's in my the nozzle piece right there. So that needs to. That's the thing with an airbrush is you don't want the paint to settle. Once it settles, becomes part of the becomes plastic, and I have to go in and scrub everything, take the whole airbrush apart. I just want to get rid of the color as much as I can, especially when I use like solid colors. There you go. It's now more of a uniform look. So next thing, I'm gonna throw in some varnish to bring back some of this, or you know what? Let's bring back some of the black. To certain areas.
Doesn't matter if it's true. Got a feeling love will give us what we like. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The seascape by night, wanna catch my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. That'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels like years away. Like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door.
Do I want to bring some of the other colors back or not?
I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The seascape by night, wanna get you my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. That'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights.
It's all about blending, right? Just trying to blend in the last bit. Then okay, let's do this correctly. Let's hide my signature somewhere. So I'm gonna spray it with a varnish so the cover gets protected, right? Hey Naman, how you doing, buddy? I'm almost done here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a varnish on the cover to protect where all the and the varnish brings out the color a little bit more. All right. So that let me quickly as that dry a little bit. I'm going to. I have a my airbrush pot, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna fill it with some soap that I made. Pretty much, and I'll explain what happened. There we go. All right. So, airbrush is all okay. So I have a hair dryer. So I'm gonna quickly turn it on. If you got your volume on, turn it down. Okay, so So what are we looking at here is the cover is a little starting to become stiff because of the varnish. But what I normally do is I will, that's why I have these backing boards. So I don't, like you'll see here, I'll flip it so you can actually see. See the Copic, the alcohol marker comes through. The water from the paintbrush will come through so it doesn't damage the internal of the book, right? So that's why I have this, like this thing here, right? So then normally what is I would press this flat in my heat press, let it sit, because see as the page curls, right? So the plastic that I use, basically the varnish that I have on here. So I figured out that the varnish, all you have to do is apply heat, and I literally put it under a t-shirt press for about 30 seconds, then take it off, then throw a bunch of books on top, and it becomes really, really flat. So the surface becomes, so yeah. So that's what happens with the cover. So once the cover is done, it'll be all nice and flat, as you can see. Here we go. So there's a little shiny to it, right? And that is basically protecting the color pencil, the acrylic. See how I did so you can actually see there's the Batman, right? So on one side you're like, what's going on, right? So you can see how I did the streak, right? And it's just basically putting a lot of ink and just using my finger. You can see, there we go, right? My middle finger here from ink, and I'm just causing that smear effect, so you can actually see the smearing. And when you turn it over, I got the penguin, right? So it's coming through some sort of green kind of mix, right? So the cover itself, I'll put it flat like that, right? So yeah, so the piece itself is pretty straightforward. It's just that I was trying to figure out where I want to put them. Put them in the sewer. I was gonna do water droplets, but you know what I mean. Like if you do water droplet, you would do let's say you take a white acrylic and you would just like to do water is if you take white acrylic and you put it on a ruler and you go in the opposite direction, so they go up, right? So that's the main drip. It's at the bottom. So as you do the main, starting from there, and you go up really quickly, and that will become thinner at the top, right? That will cause the streak of rain. What did I do with the streak of rain? Oh shoot, I shipped them out already. I forgot. Let's see. Do we have something I can give you an example of? We can do another piece. That's not a problem. I still got to do a Batman card anyway. So, okay. So this is pretty much what happens. This is so that's what you're looking at is the final piece, right? Oops, sorry. I'll try to get in front of right. I'll scan this and the other stuff, but I'll flatten in the whole bit. But yeah, so this is the Batman piece. So you just got to protect so you can actually see where I used a lot of the markers for it, right? Just the background. See how the pipes and stuff. The paper is not the best. These papers. Ideally, you want to be using like illustration boards and stuff like that. But that's what you're looking at on the inside of the cover, right? And I'm thinking right here, I thought I got markers on here, but that's just the box. That's just the print advertising. Good, right? So, oh yeah, look at that. That's an acrylic. Maybe I should do something like that. So it's good exercise if you want to do like something like this, right? You take it's a lot of white, it's a lot of painting and stuff like that. Just to do that, it's a neat effect, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside. Okay, so let's. So I have that for Batman piece, right? What time do we got? Oh, it's 9:30. 9:30. Let's see. Can I? I'm doing a dual stream at the same time, so I'm on YouTube. So I got a secondary camera on this side here, right next to right here. So right here. So I got a webcam that's streaming to YouTube, and so this is what we're looking at, right? Okay. So I got a bunch of covers I should do, but let's see what we got. We got let's do another Batman, huh? There we go. Okay. So while I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna put this aside and put it in a bag and maybe flatten it a little bit. This bat suit or the absolute Batman? Naman? This one is the older issue. So this is the Batman K Grave issue, and it is the classic Hitch, Ellis, Norman Sinclair version. I think it's very old. It's the classic, right? It's got a very like watercolor feel to it, but I know this is done digitally, so it's given a watercolor feel. So it's got this green tone that I kind of like, and that's what I applied here on the cover, right? So you can see. The airbrush is the final piece. The airbrush is just to smooth out. That's what I use the airbrush for. Like the airbrush that I have here is I use for just to smooth out some of that, but a lot of it was just paint. I'm just using paint, and so I let my brush dry a little bit, and I have a palette, and I just literally did this swirling stuff, right? But it's also a wash that I applied on it, so it gave it that little bit of texture. So just the airbrush, I mean the brush itself gives me texture. That's what I use the brush for. I did it with like a combination of alcohol markers, other stuff to cause these little blending streaks. As you can see, it's very subtle, but it's when I'm doing this, it's always for me. It's always layering, right? Everything I do is based on layer. I layer on the texture. I layer on the stuff. Then I give it a uniform. Then my uniform colors is green, so I use an airbrush. It's a light. It's like this is very watered down green, so I just like uniformly gave it a green tone. So that green tone itself, as you can see on the crest here, the airbrush has that really beautiful transition, right? It's really hard to do with markers, right? You really need to be very light on the markers. Then it's combination of like doing these texture streaks is like just to cause that streak. It's literally I'm taking where's my green? So I'm taking something like this, and I'm dabbing a lot of green. Then I'm just streaking it. going over it and streaking it. See? If I do a streak and I pull it towards me, or if I push it aside, that caused that. See that? And that's what this look has. You can see it's like it's a drainage feel. It's a drainage look, right? So you can see the edge. So that's what I'm causing that texture, right? That's what's like making these the stone bleed, I guess, right? Yeah, yeah, right. So that's right. That's what I'm running. So I'm gonna let this dry a little bit more. So I'm having it fold, and I'm gonna put it together like this in a bag, and I'll stack some magazines and stuff on it. But later on, what I do is I literally run this through a heat press, a t-shirt press. The varnish that I applied at the end, the varnish is a layer of plastic, and that layer of plastic tends to tighten up. But if I apply heat, it will flatten back out. Then for 30 seconds, anyways, not even 30 seconds. Then I throw a bunch of books on it, and that keeps it all flat. So the final book would come out very, very flat, like right. So here, right. So normally, what happens is if I apply paint and stuff, the page would curl. But because I run this through a t-shirt press, right? The t-shirt press, because the acrylic is a plastic, it keeps everything all flat, right? So it's a combination of, you can see my Copic markers. Then I use, just for that, it's just acrylic paint. It's layers and layers of acrylic paint. You can see my brush strokes, right? So that's what we're doing is just to keep those things from bending, right? So this is a commission piece that's done. So that's going out probably tomorrow. A lot of the books, and this one, I don't know. Should I run this? Have a good one, Nelman. You want to draw later? Let me know, okay? All right. So yeah, so this is another Absolute Batman. You guys are interested in any of the commission stuff? Let me know. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. That's a great pose, right? So yeah, so this is an Absolute Batman. Maybe should I do that? Do I have enough time, or I'm using up my time? Period. All right. So yeah. Anybody interested in any of this stuff? I have some special right now. I have some sketch cards. Anybody interested in those? That's in the Buy Me Now section for this show. I'm having a special. I'm selling these for $25. So these are custom slabs. They're bagged and the whole bit, right? Yeah. Then there we go. Okay. For that. So I guess we are not selling anything tonight, I guess. Nobody's in the show. Okay. Let's see if I can put some of this away. Oh, what's going on here? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm trying to figure out what am I doing. Guess everybody's hopping on the election night stuff. So let's see who is on who's running tonight. Who's on the show? Who's running? Do, do, do. grave, right? So the book itself is that, right? Right. Let me see. What else is in here? Oh, did I turn off the my stream? Do, 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 do. Sorry. Looks like my figure out what I'm going to do with the cover and sketch card. So yeah, on Friday morning, join me for the cover. Do some commission people. Welcome to join in. Grab a pencil, grab some markers, ask questions, the whole bit. All right. Don't know what's going on, but yeah, my YouTube stream just went dead. Okay, so I'm gonna call it quits tonight. Thanks for joining, guys. Still there? Looks like camera's dead. Oh, there we go. Camera's back on. Anybody in the chat? Nope. Okay. Those on the stream, thanks for watching. If you're watching on the rewind, yeah, let me know. I was running stuff on my WhatNot. The cover is up for sale if you guys want. I will press and flatten this and yeah, post it on Instagram and you guys can take a look. All right. Thanks a lot for joining me, guys. Have a great night and yeah, that's it. Signing off. Can I do this? Is it captions? What I got? Music. I got design. Oh, what is design? Oh, look at that. And my background, my default. I guess I could add in. I wonder if I have counter overlays. There's some overlays. I got captions, some Q&A, ask question in the chat. Oh, look at that. Ask questions in the chat. That's cool. Music, notes, live chat. So I'm messing around with, yeah, our RT streams. Okay, so I'm going to end this for now. And